Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is another video where we are trying to diagnose the issue with this particular lawnmower. This particular lawnmower is a Craftsman 650 series Z Starts lawnmower, 22 inch as the 22 inch lawnmower. Basically this one was dropped by my one of the neighbor or friend, and he mentioned that this particular lawnmower is not starting. So there are few things which which are responsible for not starting this lawnmower, and it is applicable to either lawnmower or it is if it is a snowblower or it is a lawnmower. If you check those things, you will be able to fix the issue. So first thing first, so I'm going to start with the first part, and that one is basically checking the filter of the filter of this particular lawnmower. So filter of this lawnmower is located over here. So we have to remove that screw, this one, and then remove the filter and see that whether it is clean and there is no issue with that particular filter. That is first part. Then once that has been done, then we are going to check whether the lawnmower has a stale gas and enough oil is there or not. So gas goes over here. So my plan is to remove the old stale gas from the lawnmower and remove the oil, old oil from the lawnmower, and replace it with the new gas, replace it with the new oil, and also replace the new gas in the lawnmower. So that is the second part. Once these two steps are done, then I will try to attempt to start this lawnmower. If it doesn't work, then the third part is basically check the spark plug. So remove the spark plug and see that whether you are getting the spark in the spark plug, and spark plug is clean and there is a proper gap in the spark plug. So that is the third part. And if after this also, if the lawnmower doesn't work, then definitely it is the carburetor. Because of the stale gas, the carburetor has a lot of residues sitting in it, because of which the carburetor is not working properly. So in that case, we have to open the carburetor. I guess the carburetor is somewhere over here. Since this is my friend's lawnmower, I don't know, and I am going to do everything step by step, and then we are going to clean up that carburetor. Once the carburetor is out, most of all the carburetors are same, so that is not going to be a problem. We have to just clean the carburetor the way we have did it for the snowblower. You could watch that video, cleaning the carburetor of the snowblower, and how I fixed that problem. But this is the fourth step, right? And after that, I'm pretty much sure, 100% sure that the lawnmower will work like a charm. So first part is, let's remove that screw from here and check the filter and see that whether filter is in good condition or not. And as you see, the filter is pretty clean, no issues with the filter. So definitely there is no problem with the filter. So first check has been done, and now we have to just remove the old gas from here and remove the old oil from there and replace it with fresh gas and fresh oil. I guess for this one it requires SAE 5W oil, and it varies, right? Means most of the lawnmowers have the same oil, but check your particular lawnmower model to see that what kind of oil is required. So let me replace the oil and gas, and then we'll try to attempt to see that whether it works. And definitely the oil is pretty bad. It's black, kind of burned out. It's not fresh oil. So yeah, that could be the reason, but let's see. So I'm going to drain out all this oil and then fill it up with the new fresh oil. And just few drips from the oil, so the draining is completed. And usually if it is not clear, that means the oil is really bad. And since I've tilted this lawnmower on the side, let me show you. Just underneath this, this one is the carburetor. So finally, in case if it doesn't work, then we are going to remove this carburetor. But I have a feeling that probably we'll be able to fix this by with the fresh oil and fresh gas. But let's see. Filling up with the new oil, and just want to show you that how the fresh oil looks. Fresh oil is very clear, it's not black, whereas the one which we removed, it was really black color oil, right? And of course it was burned out, and it was very bad oil. So hopefully this new oil is going to and I am using the SAE 30, which is recommended for this particular lawnmower, with the 5W30, which is basically the good oil for recommended oil for this particular lawnmower. I fill up the fresh oil, I fill up the fresh gas, and I'm going to attempt to start the lawnmower. So this particular lawnmower requires priming. So basically a couple of times you have to prime the lawnmower. So let's 3 or 4 times. Once this is done, then you can start try to start the lawnmower. So before checking the spark plug and opening the carburetor, I'm just trying to see that whether it works or not. And let's see. And it is not, so we might have to check the spark plug first and then go for the next and last step, that is the carburetor. So this is what I've done off camera. As you know that as a first step of this diagnosis, we have replaced the old stale gas from the lawnmower, and we have also filled up the new oil, SAE 30 oil, and remove the old oil. And then after that I tried to attempt to start this lawnmower, but it didn't work. Now the second step in this entire process of diagnosis is basically checking the spark plug. So many times the spark plug may go bad, or it has a built up in the spark plug, because of which there is no spark, and that leads to not starting the lawnmower. So for that second step, first we are going to remove this spark plug using this type of tool. And once that is removed, either you could check the spark plug directly to see that whether the spark is coming or not, or other option is basically use the some kind of a tester which will be which is available on the Amazon. This tester will allow to see that whether the circuit is completing or not. I will show you that how to use this tester, but let's first remove the spark plug. So for removing the spark plug, I am going to just pull up this wire and then use this tool to remove the spark plug. And as you see, it is coming very nicely. And once the spark plug is out, just inspect the spark plug. If it is corroded and there is a lot of buildup is there, just take the sandpaper and clean that using the fine grade sandpaper. This spark plug, just like this. And as you see, it is coming, it's shining now after this cleanup. But not necessary that this is going to solve the problem. Most of the time it will, but if not, then the problem is something different. I will discuss that part also in a bit. So now the spark plug has been cleaned. and I'm going to just hook up this spark plug again back using the same tool. Okay, so this is good, and now we are going to use this particular tool to check whether we are getting the spark or not, or the circuit is completing or not. The way this tool works is that this particular end will go to the spark plug like this, and the other end will go to the uh, ignition coil cable, so just like this. So to be frank, it is in between the spark plug and the ignition coil. And now if everything is good with the spark plug and the ignition coil, then when you'll try to attempt the starting the lawnmower, you will see the spark over here, and we'll make sure that there is no issues with, if the spark is there, it means that there is no issue with the spark plug and the ignition coil. Now let me show you that, and we'll see that whether the spark is coming or not. So I've just primed it a couple of times, 3 times. And as you have seen that when I tried attempting to start the lawnmower, you saw the spark in this tester. What that means is that the cable is good, and we are able to the lawnmower is able to complete the circuit, so no issues with this one. And in addition to this, let's assume that there is no spark in this one, in spite of cleaning the spark plug. There is no spark in the spark plug. So what that means is that the ignition coil of the lawnmower has gone bad. So this particular ignition coil in the lawnmower is gone bad, and you have to replace that one. I will put the link for that one, but in my case right now there is no issue with that one. So we are going to just connect this one and try to see that whether it starts or not. If not, then last part is going to be the carburetor cleaning, and I'm pretty much sure that now 99%, even though we tried attempting to start it after cleaning the spark plug, it didn't start. That means it is the carburetor, and we will clean up the carburetor. Now to get the access to the carburetor is just behind this filter box. So first we are going to open this filter box cover. Then the filter is out, and as you see, there is a lot of oil is leaking in this filter. So what that means is that there is definitely carburetor has some kind of a leakage, or it is not in good shape. So as you see, there is a lot of buildup. Now there are 3 bolts are here, 2. You have to remove those to remove this entire assembly, and that will allow us to get the access to the carburetor. So let me see if I can. Okay, so take the 8 mm wrench and remove this 3 bolts, 1, 2 and 3, which will allow us to get the access to the carburetor. So let me remove these 3. You can remove this top cover plate also, so that you will have more access to that one. So this is just one screw like this, and if I show you, the carburetor is sitting over there. So that is what we are trying to remove. So let me remove these two screws, sorry, two nuts. So one screw is out. Second one is out. And the third one is out. And as you see, this is the carburetor which we are going to remove and clean up using and clean to get the access. And as you see, there is lot of oil is leaking through this carburetor, and that may created the problem with firing the engine. Okay, so first thing first, you just keep it like this, and you have to remove this particular clip, or just at least move that clip away from this carburetor to remove this particular pipe. And that pipe is feeding the gas to the carburetor. So as soon as you remove this pipe, the gas will start flowing in this direction. So you have to make sure that you keep it somewhere here, or tug in somewhere here, so that the gas won't start coming out from here. So So I was able to remove this wire with connecting the connected to the carburetor. And as you see, I have tugged in this particular wire over here like this. And one of the thing which I observed while removing this carburetor is that this particular washer, or I don't know what it's called, but that one is broken. So that I have to replace with the new one while installation. But now let's remove this carburetor. And the carburetor is connected to the lawnmower body using only this two nuts, two bolts. So I'm going to first remove this bolt and this bolt, and then this entire carburetor will come out as is. I hope there is nothing else is attached. One more thing, which is basically this lever. I don't know whether you could see it, but this wire also you have to remove from this carburetor valve, right? And that is just basically removing. But the main thing is going to be removing these bolts. So again, the same 8 mm wrench is sufficient enough to remove this bolt. And I have to see, I'm not able to put it this one. So it was not 8 mm, it requires 10 mm. So let's remove this one. And it came out very nicely. And the same thing I have to do it for this one, this side also. And once this is done, the carburetor A came out very nicely. And this is the string which I was referring. This you have to just tilt it little bit to remove this particular lever from the carburetor body, like this. If you tilt it, it will just come out like this, and the carburetor is out. So now we are going to clean this carburetor, and once that is done, it is reassembling everything back. So as you see inside the carburetor, there is a lot of chunk built up was there. As you see over here, there is a lot of built up is there. Then this one is also in bad shape. This one is also in bad shape. So what we have to do is we have to clean this up, and for that I have the I'm going to clean this up using the either some brush or using the carburetor cleaner. And my favorite is this one, jet spray gum out carb choke parts cleaner. So usually it comes with the, it has a spray in it. So usually you have to just hook up this one, like this. Oops. And then start spraying this, and as you see, it started cleaning. So and just take the brush and do all the cleaning. Don't forget this particular small hole also, which needs to be cleaned up. So this tool is very useful. It has a small miniature brushes in it, which will allow you to clean each part of the carburetor. This and then and as you see, this build-up is also coming out very nicely, which will so this may take a little bit of time for me to clean up. Let me clean this up, dry this out, and then we are ready to reassemble the carburetor on the lawnmower. Now here is the carburetor, which is now cleaned very nicely using the spray which I showed you earlier. Now before I reassemble this carburetor parts, I just want to show you quickly that what parts you have to clean on, and what things should be cleaned very nicely. So this is not only the nut which can attach this part to the carburetor like this, but this acts as a sprayer also, right? So you have to make sure that the holes, this hole and this hole, they are cleaned very nicely. As you see over here, I have already cleaned those holes, but using this kind of tool, which has different types of needles, will allow you to clean these holes very nicely like this, and make sure that there is nothing inside those holes. So that is first part. Then on the carburetor itself, there are small little holes are there, like here, then over here, here, and so on, right? So make sure that those are also cleaned very nicely. And you can just use the air pressure in case if you have it, to blow the air from each hole to remove any kind of debris inside the carburetor. So once this is done, then we are ready for assembling this carburetor. As you see that all these holes are very nicely cleaned, and there is nothing inside these holes. Okay, they came out. I already done this one just to show you guys what things have been cleaned earlier. I'm just showing that part, but otherwise nothing is there which is pending. So even this hole also I've cleaned. And so on. Now let's reassemble this carburetor. So basically this one is the float, and this one is the injector. So you have to pass this injector like this, and it is going to be hanging, and this injector, oops, and you have to place this injector over here. It goes, let me show you, it's very difficult to show. It goes like this. So injector will go inside this hole. So gradually let it go inside the hole, and once it is there, take this needle and pass this through this float like this, and once it is there, then it is kind of it will fit into the portion. And make sure that this moves very nicely. There is no glue or anything in this particular area which restrict the movement of this injector. So now it is very nicely moving. Once this is done, take your cover, the carburetor cover, place it on the carburetor body, and then attach this like this. And tighten using the 10 mm wrench. And now the carburetor is ready to be installed on the lawnmower. Let's go to the lawnmower and install this carburetor the way we have removed it. The important part is going to be attaching that lever over here, and once that is attached, then two bolts will go over here to attach this entire carburetor to the body of the lawnmower. So here you go. The carburetor, as the way we removed it, it is going to go in exactly reverse order. So this is the lever which I was referring earlier. So pass this let me show you. I don't know whether you could see it. Yes, here it is. So pass this lever through this hole. Okay, I have to keep camera. Okay, pass this lever, tilt the carburetor a little bit, pass this lever through this hole like this. Like this, and then this will go like this, and just make sure that you are able to move the lever without any problem on this one. So let's take the nut. So the first one will go here, and the second one will go here. And take the wrench and tighten these nuts. And we are able to move the lever very nicely, as you see. So this is good. Now the next part is attaching the gas pipe to the carburetor. This is simple now. While removing it was pretty difficult, but now okay, that's good. Then move this clip all the way here so that it is airtight. So for that, take the plier, pass this one, and that's it. So this is good. This side is also good. Now the filter assembly, it will go like this. Oh, where it is. So this pipe from this filter will go here all the way and then you have to match the whole of this entire thing with the carburetor exhaust, and this is going to be like this. So we have to attach the 3 screws which we removed earlier. So this is the first one. It will go in this one. Then there is a second one over here, and the third one is here. Once this is tight, then attach the filter. That is pretty straightforward now. And the last part is this cover which we removed. And now technically everything is in place. Now I'm going to fill up the gas again, then prime it, and we'll see that whether it starts without any problem or not. Okay, so the gas is in place, and it's now moment of truth to see that it runs or it starts without any problem. So first I'm going to prime it for 4 times.